Phillies have faced a deck stacked with outstanding pitching performances. They weren't all staff aces, but each one was dealing. Tonight, as their homestand concludes, the draw gets tougher. They will face the most experienced and hottest hand in the deck. Good evening, everyone, from Citizen Bank Ballpark. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Final game of the series. Phils and the New York Mets. A little overcast, but the showers have blown by, and we should get the ball game in with no problem. Harry Callis along with Larry Anderson. Chris Wheeler will be along a little later. And the Phillies in the last week, L.A. Now, the manager's going to say they're not hitting, which is true. But they've also faced some really good pitching.
They have. I think, there's always a combination. I think the Phillies hitters are in a little bit of a funk, but good pitching will put you in that funk. That last 8 games, 49 2/3 innings, only 35 hits, an 0.91 earned run average for the opponent's starters. That's tremendous, and tonight might be the best of the bunch. Tom Glavine is pitching lights out this year. This is the start. 2 starts ago against Colorado, took a no-hitter into the 8th inning, and he lost it on a fastball up and away to Capello, and that was it right there. He just got a little too much of the plate, hits it over the right fielder's head. The only hit that Tom Glavine allowed. He was just dominating. This is the last out of the game for his one-hitter. Fabulous job by him, and you talk to people around here, and they said, well, it's probably been more mental why he's so much better this year than last year, but second in the league with a 2.17 ERA. He's in the top 10 in the opponent's average of 194, and he's pitching deep into the games. But he said, going to New York last year, new club, people asking about, not being with the Braves anymore, pitching in New York. He had a lot more distractions. This year he doesn't, and he is pitching lights out.
So it will be Tom Glavine on the mound for the New York Mets and Randy Wolf for the Phils. Wolf with a 2.98 ERA. That's 10th best in the National League. Pat Burrell will be in that lineup tonight, a 300 hitter against Glavine, including a home run, and coming up with a couple of spectacular plays last night. We'll have the starting lineups right after these messages. Back at Citizens Bank Park, where the Phillies are taking the field for the final game of this series. Art House starting lineup for the New York Mets tonight. We'll have Kaz Matsui, shortstop, leading off. Todd Zelie, third base, bats second. Cliff Floyd, left field, hitting third. Mike Piazza, first base, bats fourth. Shane Spencer, right field, hitting fifth. Jason Phillips, catching, batting sixth. Ty Wigginton at second base, hit seventh. Mike Cameron, the center fielder, batting eighth. Tom Glavine will pitch in at ninth. Lineup facing 27-year-old Randy Wolf.
Randy Wolf, 9 games, 2-3 record, looking for his first win since April 30th. He has a couple losses, a couple no decisions. Last 2 times out, has thrown the ball very well. 10th in the league in ERA at 2.98. Also 9th in the league in walks per 9 at 2. Southwest Airlines scouting report, as I said, very good. The last 2 starts, only 3 earned runs in a 12 1/3 innings. And he was like he was a couple years ago, dominating left-handed hitters. Time now for the Key States Chrysler Jeep keys to the game. Phillies 2 for 21 with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons we talk about starting pitchers against them have been so good. They've shut them down when they've had men in scoring position. Mets starters the last 8 games, an ERA of under 1.5. And this guy tonight, probably the best of the bunch that the Phillies have seen recently.
Kaz Matsui will lead it off for the New York Mets. Randy Wolf, lifetime against the Mets, 4-3 with a career ERA of 3.25 against New York. Oddly, he has never won in Philadelphia. 0-3 against the Mets at the Vet, and 4-0 against the Mets at Shea. Matsui, the switch hitter, has been a better right-handed hitter than left. He's hitting .333 right-handed. 3 of his 5 homers have come from the right side. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0. The Umpires tonight, Jim Reynolds behind the plate, Gary Cedarstrom at first base, Andy Fletcher at second, crew chief Tim Welke at third. 2 balls and a strike to Matsui. Ground ball, Chase Utley. Matsui is retired. That's 1 down. I'll bring up Todd Zelie.
Very nice conditions around here right now. The storms have cleared out. 67 degrees, not much wind. A few clouds around, but it's a beautiful night right now.
There's Todd Zelie hitting at 270. 4 homers, he's knocked in 14. The Phillies can pick up a game on Florida. The Marlins lost today, playing a day game at home against Cincinnati. One strike to Todd Zelie. Oops, one down the right field foul line, foul ball.
Todd Zelie in the 10th inning last night, a chopper right back by the head of Tim Worrell, just couldn't come up with it and split the middle infielders, brought in Matsui, and made it 2-1, and that's ended up winning that game 4-1.
Earlier he had tied the game with a home run. Breaking ball missing. Both not throwing all that hard in the early going. His fastball has been 84, 85. One ball and 2 strikes to Todd Zelie.
Great series for Zelie.
Got him with the curveball, struck him out. So that's 2 down here in the first inning. Cincinnati beating those Florida Marlins today 3-1. Danny Graves got his 26th save.
Both teams with 23 losses, but the Marlins with 3 more wins.
Phillies a game and a half back. That's now 4 back. 1 ball and no strikes to Cliff Floyd. Day game in the National League found Houston beating the Cubs 5-1, and Roger Clemens, the Rocket, wins his 8th game. He is 8-0. And San Diego edged Colorado 2-1. Up and in, 2 balls and a strike.
Cliff Floyd, he's not afraid to dive out over that plate, and he's not right on top of it, but he leans out over there, and that ball, I mean, that's probably what, a couple inches in off the corner.
Fouls it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Floyd.
And one thing you have to do against Cliff Floyd, you have to, if you're not going to pitch him in and stay hard in on him, you have to at least make him aware that you will come in there. It's Tom Glavine.
Open back ground ball to Utley. And Wolf enjoys a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. After 1/2, that's nothing. Phil's coming to bat. Mets didn't score in the top of the first. Larry Bowa's starting lineup for the Phils. They bat in the bottom half. Jimmy Rollins, shortstop, leads off. Doug Glanville back in center field hitting second. Bobby Abreu, right field, hits third. Jim Thome, first base, batting fourth. Pat Burrell, left field, hits fifth. David Bell, third base, batting sixth. Mike Lieberthal catching, hitting seventh. Chase Utley at second base, bats eighth. Randy Wolf, the pitcher, hitting ninth. They are facing the veteran Tom Glavine.
Glavine, who has just had a tremendous career and off to another good start this year. 6-3 record, second in the league with that 2.17 ERA. A lot of innings, not many hits, not many walks. He has done a heck of a job. Southwest Airlines scouting report. He lives on the outside part of the plate. Been excellent in the middle innings this season. 1 home run and 6 road starts allowed. Great numbers on the road at 5-1 at 2.04 on the road. And you can see his ERA by innings. He's given up 20 runs this year, 17 of them in the first 3 innings.
So the key for the Phils, get him early.
That's an amazing stat. He's given up 3 runs this year in 11 starts after the 3rd inning. Incredible.
1 ball and no strikes to Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll hitting at 247. Loops it into right field. It's a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Jennifer Matthews of Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. Philly hits a home run this game. Jennifer wins $200. To win the McDonald's home run jackpot, visit your participating McDonald's for an entry form. 1-1 to Rollins. Inside 2-1. J-Roll hitting lifetime .323 against Glavine. He does have him in his book. He has hit a home run off him.
See that fastball in by Glavine. He is pitching in a little more this year. Not so much in there for strikes, but just making hitters aware.
Pretty well hit to left field, and this ball's out of here. Leadoff home run, Jimmy Rollins. Number 2 for J-Roll. The Phils take a 1-0 lead.
Tell you what, I did not think that was that bad a pitch from Tom Glavine. Have to see a replay on that. It looked like Rollins just went down and got it. Wow.
On the way, and Jimmy went down and got it. And with that home run, it didn't take long. Jennifer Matthews of Newtown Squares won $200 courtesy of the McDonald's home run jackpot. J-Roll seeing to that, and it brings on Doug Glanville. Doug hitting at .239. It's only the 5th home run surrendered by Tom Glavine this year. Glavine in his career almost 100 games over the 500 mark. 257 wins, 160 losses. He possessed a Hall of Fame career, 8-time All-Star, 5 times he has led the league in wins.
Great career numbers. Honing in on 300.
2-time Cy Young Award winner. Won the Cy in '91 and again in '98. Most valuable player in the '95 World Series against Cleveland. He won 2 games for Atlanta and had a 1.29 ERA in that World Series. 2-2 to Glanville. Birthday wishes to Reverend Donald Romberger of Harrisburg, from daughter Maud, family, and from us to Reverend Romberger in Harrisburg. 2-2 the count to Doug Glanville. Inside, it's full count. Javier Bray waits on deck. Oops, it foul. Right near the stand, Shane Spencer makes the play and foul ground for out number 1.
Marlon Byrd is kind of out of that leadoff spot now. The other boys decided to go with Jimmy Rollins, try and get things started up at the top. Marlon Byrd, a couple of days off. J-Roll's been swinging the bat good lately.
Here's Bobby Abreu hitting at .286. 11 homers, he's knocked in 34. Had good career numbers against Glavine, just a .152 lifetime hitter against Glavine, so he tries to bunt his way on, bunting foul.
24 wins for Glavine against the Phillies. There you see the numbers of Bobby Abreu against Tom Glavine. Glavine's only beaten one team more than he's beaten the Phillies, and that is Cincinnati. Al Leiter, last night's starter, threw well.
1-1 strike to Bobby Abreu.
Eric Valent, former Phil, sitting next to him. I think that's one of the best things a young player can do, is sit next to a young hitter, sit next to a veteran pitcher and pick his brain. I think the hitter will learn more about hitting from a pitcher, from the mental aspect of it, setting guys up what pitchers are trying to do, and vice versa, than pitchers talking to pitchers and hitters talking to hitters.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Abreu. A little bit high with it. It's a full count.
Like Tom Glavine wanted this pitch. A bit up.
Smothers a ground ball to second base, and Wigginton throws Bobby Abreu out. That's 2 down. That'll bring on Jim Thome. Thome hitting a .312. 12 homers. He's knocked in 26. He is 6th in the league in slugging percentage. Lifetime against Glavine, he is 2 for 9. Both of his hits off Tom Glavine singles. Let's put the shift on for him as Wigginton goes out to shallow right field. Only Zeal on the left side of the infield. One strike to Thome.
Wigginton in shallow right field. He is way back there.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Thome managed to get a base hit by him yesterday. I don't know how, because he was in about the same spot. A line shot right to Wigginton's left.
He hits a ground ball, especially with the grass being damp, to Wigginton. Wigginton will have no chance to get him where he's playing. Three balls and a strike to Thome.
There's Wigginton just to the right of the screen, very right edge of the screen.
There's a ground ball, and Wigginton, is he going to get him? Yes, he is. He got him by a stride. Hit that ground ball too hard. And that'll be it for the Phils. 1 run on Rollins' homer, 1 hit. No errors, none left after 1-0 Phils. Mike Piazza leads it off. Piazza hitting a .306, 10 homers. He's knocked in 22. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Piazza lifetime against Randy Wolf is 9 for 30. 3 of his 9 hits, home runs off Randy. Change up, laced. Oh, what a good grab by David Bell. Timed his lead perfectly, and Piazza's retired 1 down.
Had Piazza out a little bit in front of the off-speed pitch, so he didn't hit it that hard. A nice play by David Bell. He had time to time his leap, and he did just that.
Bell's done a good job down there at third base. Here is Shane Spencer. Spencer hitting a .314. And he fouls one back to the screen.
Piazza came up to the plate. You're a round of boos in the stands. I think, with the exception of J.D. Drew, when opposing teams come in here and players get booed, it's as much a show of respect for the player. It's a show of respect, not dislike. J.D. Drew might be the exception to that rule.
1 ball and 1 strike to Spencer. 2-1. Change up, heading well out in front. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wolf mixing his pitches well here. Breaking ball missed. It is a full count to Spencer. Jason Phillips on deck. Change up, lofted in the air to center. Glenville has this one lined up. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Jason Phillips. The Phils are on the road after the game tonight. Back home here on Monday, June 14th. Cincinnati will be coming in for a rescheduled game following a rainout earlier in the year. The Reds are in for one game at 7:05. Then Detroit comes in Tuesday and Wednesday, 15th and 16th, 7:05. Tigers in on Thursday the 17th for a Citizen Bank Business Person Special at 1:05. Order your tickets for the Reds and Tigers by calling 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. Jason Phillips hitting at .215 lifetime. He's 4 for 12 against Randy Wolf. He does have Wolf in his book. Line's a foul. Phillips has hit 5 home runs. 3 of them coming in the last 3 games. Wolf ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Hot shot off the glove of Bell. Recovery, J-Roll, and they get him easily. Nice play. 5-6-3 if you score. That'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's the Phils 1 and the New York Mets nothing. Phils lead 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. Pat Burrell leads off, and he had a great day in the field yesterday against these New York Mets. Last night, a couple of diving catches that saved runs.
Great jumps on him, and those are great plays.
Burrell hitting at .305, 10 homers. He's knocked in 42. He's tied for 4th in the league and runs batted in. Scott Rowland, Vinny Castilla, Ken Griffey Jr. have knocked in more runs. Lifetime, he is 9 for 30 against Tom Glavine. One of them a home run. Glavine has struck him out 8 times. 1 ball and 1 strike. Career numbers against the New York Mets. Pops it foul. Going to be behind the Phillies dugout and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pat Burrell. '75th birthday wishes tonight to Charles Gall, loyal Phillies fan. Bounces that pitch up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him with a changeup. Burrell goes down swinging. That's 1 down here in the second.
Some we haven't seen Pat Burrell do much of this year, and that's chase balls out of the zone. But Glavine's one guy that can get you to do it.
He was not expected to walk, let alone win a gold medal for sprinting. Now he's eyeing a 3rd Olympic berth at age 35. Meet Philadelphian John Drummond as our Olympic Series gold Guts and Glory continues tonight on Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet. Brought to you by Canon Business Solutions. David Bell hitting a .288. 5-game hitting streak, hitting .444 in the last 5. Two balls and no strikes to Bell. Glavine will get behind you, but he doesn't give you even behind the count. He won't give you anything fast to hit, as that one went off Jason Phillips.
He's taking a beating in this series. Not happy about it. I can see why.
Hit him in a sensitive area. Beat Muse. Mike Piazza looks on from first base.
Really?
On the inside corner, 2-2 the count to Bell.
Glavine's made more pitches on the inside part of the plate tonight than he normally, probably when we saw him 2 years ago in a whole game.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Bell. That's missed. It's a full count. Glavine wanted that one, didn't get it. From plate umpire Jim Reynolds, 3-2. Mike Lieberthal waiting on deck. Bouncing ball up the middle. Wigginton's going to have to hurry, and does. So that's 2 down, and that'll bring on Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal hitting a .223. Has good career numbers against Glavine. He's a .360 lifetime hitter against Glavine with a home run. Leadoff home run by Jimmy Rollins. That's been the difference. It's 1-0 Phils here in the second. 1-0 to Lieberthal.
Good career numbers for Lieberthal against Glavine. Not too many guys have those kind of numbers against him.
Line drive speared by Mike Piazza. Nice play by Mike at first base, and the Phillies go down here in the second. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. And after 2 at Citizens Bank Park, it's the Phils 1 and the New York Mets nothing. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan forum section for all the information. Please submit your answer in the subject line. Time to stump the fans trivia quiz tonight. What current major leaguer holds the college record of hitting the most home runs in Pac-10 history? Give you a hint, he did not go to Washington. Here's Ty Wigginton leading off. Wigginton hitting at .260. 1 strike to Wigginton. One nothing Phils. Line drive hit the change up into left field. Wigginton is going to try for second. Burrell's throw is just a little offline, and he is safe with a sliding double.
You know, it's amazing. Burrell looks like he's upset with himself not making a better throw. And it's amazing for a guy that didn't come up as a left fielder, as Wigginton's thinking double all the way. But how accurate he is with his throws. This ball's about 5 feet away from third base or second base bag. And for Burrell, I mean, that's way offline compared to he's usually right on the money, which is amazing.
Here's Mike Cameron hitting at .200. 7 homers. He has knocked in 17. He's been under the Mendoza line for most of the year, hitting right at it now. Over from Seattle, he's played a good center field. He hasn't hit much. 1 ball and no strikes. Wigginton second base. Nobody out here in the third. Nice speed pitch over for a strike. 1-1. Curveball, kind of a late call by Reynolds, but he called it a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mike Cameron.
Randy Wolf changes speeds on that curveball. That's a strike.
Sure. He'll try to get the K here. Cameron will strike out. Only Adam Dunn, Jim Edmonds has struck out more in the National League than has Mike Cameron. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Home plate umpire Jim Reynolds, a classmate of Ricky Bottalico's growing up. Close family friend. Bottalico coming up to the Mets has done a terrific job for him.
Ricky Bo got the win in last night's game. Curveball hit on the ground, diving grab Bell. Throws him out. What a fine play by David Bell. And Wigginton has to hold on at second base.
Well, a couple of plays that David Bell has made. Last inning didn't make the play, but knocks the ball down. This one he comes up with it, and he's got to hurry because Mike Cameron can fly down the line. He gets him by a step.
Brings on pitcher Tom Glavine. Glavine hitting at .238. David Bell's made 2 good plays behind Randy Wolf tonight. Lifetime Glavine is a .186 hitter. 1 strike. Breaking ball missing. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tom Glavine. Off in the air to left field. Pat Burrell right there. Glavine's retired for out number 2 and will bring on Kaz Matsui. Well, at the end of June, the Montreal Expos will be coming to Citizens Bank Park Monday, June 28th, 7:05, Tuesday the 29th at 7:05. Wednesday, June 30th, Sound of Philadelphia celebration. First ever fireworks show following the game on July 1st. That game will be a 6:05 game. Independence Blue Cross fireworks show after the game. Order your tickets for the Expos, 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. Wolf's had good command tonight. Jumps ahead of Matsui. 0-1. Andy has thrown his curveball for strikes a lot. Humpback line drive right to Jimmy Rollins. That'll be all for the Mets here in the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Phil's 1, Mets nothing.
The first time he pitched a no-hitter.
He puts it away, and Kevin Millwood has pitched a no-hit.
The first home run he hit as a Philly.
Struck the deep left center out of here.
The first game he played in the majors. Moments they'll never forget. Catch up with America's pastime and witness the next great moment. Watch Phillies baseball on Comcast Sportsnet.
Phil's leading 1-0 on Jimmy Rollins' home run. Chase Utley leads it off for the Phils. Utley hitting at .256. One ball and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. On the outside corner, 2-1 to Chase Utley. Bouncing ball tapped to Wigginton. 1 down.
Earlier today, Placido Polanco out doing some running, some agility drills out there, testing that quad.
He's getting close to returning.
He's going to head out on a rehab, head up to Reading and then Scranton and be reinstated soon.
Randy Wolf hitting at .316. 1 ball and no strikes to Wolf.
I should say, providing everything goes well.
On the outside corner, 1-1. Glavine's lights out numbers. And I'm surprised that he's lost 3 games, but the Mets, in several of his starts, have not supported him with many runs. One ball and 2 strikes to Randy Wolf. Two and two. Wolf fouls it out of play, still 2-2.
Big difference from last year to this year for Tom Glavine. Not so much in the record, but the ERA and the rest of the numbers. They just say he was just distracted a lot last year for not being with the Braves for the first time.
Now there's a ground ball to Wigginton. He's been a busy player for New York. He throws out Randy Wolf for out number 2. And here's the guy that has counted for the lone run of this game, J-Roll Jimmy Rollins.
Like he went down and got a changeup his first time up. And the ball was almost
able to hit the ball that far.
Really.
It was down and away from him. He went down and got it. Line drive past Zeal and into the left field corner. Cameron over to cut it off. He bare hands. J-Roll's going to get second anyhow. So the Phillies' only 2 hits are from their leadoff man, Jimmy Rollins, a homer and a double. And they'll bring on Doug Glanville.
Floyd got over there. I thought he was going to have a shot at it. See, Zeal is in tight inside the bag. Not much reaction time there.
So Rollins second base, 2 outs for Doug Glanville, who fouled out down the right field line his first time up. Fastball is low, 1 ball and no strikes. A little bit wide, 2-0.
Thought I was done with that Glanville.
Here they are, LA. Glavine and Glanville, 3-0. Bobby Abreu waiting on deck. Doug 3-0 pitch. pitch walk. Phillies have 2 men on base with 2 outs for Bobby Abreu.
Versus the East, teams that in your division that you have to beat if you expect to win the division. Phillies have not fared too well. Montreal worse in the division than the Phils. There's 8-12. Mets are at 500. And Florida and Atlanta both playing well within the division. Is not real Glavine-like. I mean, he's not a guy that throws 3 strikes to 1 ball. He's a guy that's he's going to try and get you to chase pitches out of the zone.
Bobby Abreu grounded out his first time up. There goes Jimmy Rollins, and now he stops. 1 strike to Abreu. I think he called it a strike.
See Jimmy thinking about it, and then he puts on the brakes.
Distracted Bobby Abreu took the pitch. 1 strike to Abreu.
Like Jimmy Rollins thought he had a good jump and then realized he didn't and put on the brakes.
Ball in the strike to Abreu.
They're giving him a lot of room at second base. Matsui's deep. Wigginton nowhere near second base.
Just miss. Glavine wanted that one, didn't get it. 2 balls and a strike.
Ball just a bit low, and you can see Glavine put his head down, showing that he wants that pitch.
2-1 to Abreu. Good speed on the bases. Rollins at second. Glanville at first. Listen, 3 balls and a strike. Jim Tony waiting on deck.
Trying to get Bobby to go after the same pitch. That's the same spot. It's down low.
Fouls it out of play. Full count to Abreu, so Rollins and Glanville will be taking off with 2 outs here in the 3rd.
Everything down, 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 and then a fastball up. Actually up in inner half, not where he wanted it. But he gets away with it.
3-2 to Bobby Abreu. Line drive hit to left center field. Rollins will score. Glanville will score. Abreu at second with a double. Phillies lead at 3-0 here in the 3rd inning.
Big hit for Bobby Abreu. Phil's doing something with men in scoring position. Something they have struggled mightily with of late. Bobby with his 11th double. And he just threw a fastball right in the middle of the plate. See Bobby choking up a little bit, a little better bat control, and gets it out there in left center. Glanville out with 2 outs on the swing of the bat.
Rick Peterson, pitching coach, now coming out to talk it over with Tom Glavine. Abreu now with 36 runs batted in for the year. And the Phils have taken a 3-0 lead, so as you outlined, your keys to the game, get to Glavine early, and the Phillies have done that.
Glavine could be a little frustrated about not getting the pitches, and Rick Peterson's probably saying something about it, but I mean, you're Tom Glavine, but you still have to throw a strike. Those balls were down low, and you can see Rick Peterson and Jim Reynolds out there jawing a little bit.
Rick Peterson is doing most of the jawing. So here's Jim Thome grounded out his first time up.
I understand as a veteran pitcher and a Hall of Fame pitcher, it probably will be, but if the ball's not a strike, it's not a strike.
Thome fouls it out of play. 1 strike to Jim Thome.
Thome, a pretty good pitch to hit. Thome, one of the guys in Phil's lineup that has struggled with men in scoring position this year.
Nothing in 1 to Jim. Phil's on top 3-0. Well, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bray with second, 2 runs across, 2 outs here in the 3rd. High fly ball left field, it's deep. Floyd back against the fence, puts it away. Deep opposite field fly ball by Jim Thome, but caught by Floyd. Phil's put 2 on the board. They do so on 2 hits, leaving 1. Chris Wheeler joins Larry Anderson in the 4th. After 3-0 Phil.
They're back for the first time since 1980 to Kansas City Royals for a big weekend of interleague fun. On the 20th, all men 15 and over get a free Bulls barbecue apron. Compliments of Chevrolet. 2 night games and a Sunday afternoon game on Chevrolet Father's Appreciation Day. 215-463-1000. Anytime online at Phillies.com. Here's Todd Zelie batting second. He'll be followed by Cliff Floyd and then Mike Piazza. Zeal struck out on a curveball his first time up. Randy Wolf has a 3-run lead here in the 4th inning. The way the Phillies have been scoring lately, that's a lot.
Glavine has now given up 23 runs on the season. 20 of them in the first 3 innings.
Talk about settling down, huh? Well, you kept thinking sooner or later a left-handed hitter was going to look for a pitch away because he was out there the whole time.
Yep.
David Bell, has he been busy tonight? And he's made a lot of good plays. There's another one. 1 out.
One of the reasons Randy Wolf was using a lot of off-speed stuff. That's one of the pitches Glavine wanted. And that's, I mean, the catcher makes it look better now. Rick Peterson goes out to the mound, and he had nothing to say to Glavine. He just wanted to talk to Jim Reynolds. Now Glavine unhappy between innings, and then Art Howe goes out and see Jimmy Reynolds saying, "You got to be kidding me." I mean, if the pitch is down, it's down. You can't. I mean, I understand Tom Glavine gets a benefit of the doubt against a rookie. Oftentimes that happens, but the pitches are down below the knees. You can't give him everything.
No, and of course he lives on the corners or off the corners throughout his career, and usually didn't hear a whole lot about high and low with him. Floyd grounded out to Chase Utley his first time up, broke a bat in half. Takes a wild swing at that breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
Jim Reynolds has been very consistent back there, and you know what? If you're not getting that pitch that you think's a strike just below the knees, you're going to have to elevate it. You have to adjust to the umpire.
Floyd to center. Hit that one off the end of the bat a little bit. It dives into the glove of Doug Glanville. How you been doing with that tonight? Glanville and Glavine, okay?
I'm glad you brought that up. Haven't made a mistake yet.
Just curious. Just thinking of you.
I was worried about it.
There is
Doug Glanville.
Yeah, right.
And there is Tom Glavine. How many times did I do that? I bet you. I mean, it's so many years they played against each other doing the broadcast. I bet I did it 5 times a game.
Done it too. It's pretty easy to do. Piazza. Oh, there's another bullet at David Bell, and he throws out Mike Piazza last time up. David had some ups and grabbed the line drive and got Piazza. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left. 3-0 Phils. Pat Burrell struck out on a changeup his first time up. And Glavine misses away. David Bell to follow. And then Mike Lieberthal. Kind of giving him one there, huh?
No doubt about that.
And a changeup misses, 2-1. Glavine is now 38 years of age, out of Concord, Massachusetts. Makes his home in Alpharetta, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. 1984, he was a second-round pick of the Braves. And misses low and away, 3-1. 16 walks, 39 strikeouts. Coming into the game tonight. Burrow high in the air to right center field. Cameron, he covers a lot of ground, runs that one down, one away. Rico defensive play of the game. Let's say the Rico defensive plays of the game, and they feature David Bell.
Line shot off the bat of Piazza, knocks the ball down. It goes to J-Roll. Another nice play. 5 of the last 9 outs. Randy Wolf was recorded, then David Bell plays. Some hard shots. And a bullet there to end the inning.
That's because, as you were saying, curves and changeups.
A lot of off-speed stuff for Randy Wolf.
Right-handed hitters are hooking him. David has a 5-game hitting streak, batting .444 during that streak. And he grounded to the second baseman Wigginton his first time up. And that's vintage Tom Glavine right there, just paints the outside corner with a pitch, 1-1. Glavine won 11 games over at Veterans Stadium, 11-5. Inside, 2-1. He was involved in that bizarre game one time when he had to hit Dale Murphy, his former teammate. He threw it up there about 60 miles an hour when he hit it.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to do it.
You know, talking about the numbers of Glavine giving up so many runs the first 3 innings. This is how it breaks down. 20 runs in 36 innings in his 12 starts. 3 runs in the other 78.
It's amazing. So what do you do? Get him early?
If you don't get him early, it's over.
And the Phillies have 3 off him here in the first 3 innings. Strike 3 call on the inside corner, and Bell says no way. And he's really going at Reynolds right now.
And David probably saying, hey, you can't let them talk you into calling strikes. Well, that's the pitch that Glavine wants. I still think it's low. Obviously, David Bell did too.
Nice job by Phillips to frame it. He certainly sat there nice and quiet, and that helped get that pitch. David Bell, you know, when you talk, he is the nicest, quietest gentleman. And when the game starts, look out. He really is a bear down guy. He's one of those guys you kid around and call him
quietly intense.
Oh, you kid around and call him dirt balls. That's what he is. I mean, he's always so polite, nice things to say.
That's some pretty good examples to follow.
Yeah. Over for a strike. Mike lined out on a fine play by Mike Piazza's first time up.
David's grandfather, Gus Bell, major leaguer. Buddy Bell, his dad, 17 years in the major leagues.
3 generations. Change up, and he reaches out, and a fly ball to right field. Spencer, and a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Glavine, just picking right up on those stats that Larry Anderson just gave you. 3-0 Phils. The Cincinnati Reds just finished a 3-game sweep of the Florida Marlins down in Florida. They are playing great, leading the Central Division. They're coming back for that makeup game on June the 14th at 7:05. Then don't forget the Detroit Tigers in interleague play, 15th and 16th at 7:05. That's a Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And then Thursday, June the 17th at 1:05, Citizens Bank Business Person Special, Modell Sporting Goods Seniors. You can stroll the bases. Just check the ticket ticker, Phillies.com, for ticket availability. You can order online at Phillies.com or call 215-463-1400. 1,000. Kane Spencer, the batter, hit a fly ball to Doug Glanville his first time up. And a good curveball from Randy Wolf starts him to strike one. Jason Phillips to follow, then Ty Wigginton. Starting out with the number 5 hitter in the lineup. Former Yankee. And he fouls that one away right side out of play. Randy Wolf 1 hit in the game so far. A leadoff double to Wigginton in the 3rd, and he was stranded. Phillies have out hit the Mets 3-1 and lead it 3-0. Another hook. And it's low 1-2. Good curveball tonight. A lot of changeup, spotting his fastball. 2 left-handers that know how to pitch.
It's kind of expected to be a low-scoring game with both these guys.
And another off-speed pitch, and Randy bounces it up there 2-2.
Been very economical with his pitches. 13 in the 1st, 11 in the 2nd, 12 in the 3rd, 7 in the 4th.
Got 2 exhausted bullpens. Both clubs in trouble out there as far as arms go, and they need innings from these starters. And he overthrew a fastball there and missed, so a full count. Phillips, the on-deck batter, struck him out on a high off-speed pitch. And down goes Spencer, 1 away here in the 5th inning. Might have been a changeup.
Yep.
Oof.
Well, you can see his elbow drop down. He got way under this pitch. Spencer trying to figure out what happened there.
How did I miss that? Spencer's eyes got pretty big when he saw that thing. You see his reaction there in the dugout. Here's Phillips. Takes a strike. He hit that rocket off the glove of David Bell that deflected to Jimmy Rollins, and Jimmy threw out the slow-footed Phillips. Stay loose over there on that left side. They have hit some balls hard at Bell and Rollins. You see David's uniform all dirty from all the diving that he's done for ground balls.
That was a nice reaction by Jimmy Rollins, too, on a ball that Phillips hit that David Bell knocked down.
Mind you, the call the Phillies didn't get in the playoffs back in '77 when that ball went off Mike Schmidt's glove to Larry Bowa to Richie Hebner. And Davey Lopes was called safe on a bang-bang play, and the Dodgers went on to win that game. Well, he is mixing them up tonight.
He's not throwing many fastballs. His fastball doesn't have the velocity that it normally does. Great ratio for Randy Wolf. 53 pitches here in the 5th inning.
Well, the Mets, from what we've seen of them, they just sit there and tee off on fastballs. And fouled away. Randy Wolf has had some great games against these guys. I mean, coming into this game, he had 101 strikeouts and 102 in the 3rd innings against New York. So he's had some of his biggest strikeout games in his career against the Mets. Never beat New York at the Vet, and he's 4-0 at Shea. They're trying to get a win here at Citizens Bank Park in its first year. And Phillips fouls another one off. Takes off those goggles. Beautiful night here. Once again, early evening thunderstorms and everything cleared out. No batting practice again, but nice night for the fans and the players. There's a look downtown.
And Glavine has pitched well against the Phillies always. At Veterans Stadium, it was 11-5 against them. But one thing the Phillies have going for him, he has never beaten the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park.
Inside. And he's never beaten them in a Mets uniform.
That's right.
If you'd like to add something else to that. There's a nickname for this beautiful facility.
I like that.
Lined into center field. Doug Glanville's right there. Puts it away. And Randy Wolf comes back from a second straight 3-2 count to get an out, 2 away. Well, Smarty Jones is racing for the Triple Crown. Meet the last jockey to win this feat. Don't miss Belmont Plateau. Brought to you by Cannon Business Solutions. Friday night at 7. It's right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Smarty Jones took that ride north up to New York and is at Belmont awaiting Saturday's big race. A lot of coverage on that in the news today.
Probably not used to all the attention he's getting up there.
Helicopters circling his van on the way up. Thing we don't do in the news media is overreact to things.
No.
It is a great story, though. Fly ball to right field. Bobby Abreu is right there, and he puts it away. Randy Wolf has another 1-2-3 inning. He's had 4 of them in this game. 3-0 Phils. Chase Utley grounded to second his first time up. Randy Wolf to follow, and then top of the order, Jimmy Rollins, who's had another good ball game. Jimmy 4 for 6 in the last 2 games out of that leadoff spot after coming back off that sore ankle. Chase scuffling a little bit, 4 for 25, maybe trying to pull the ball a little bit too much. He has a real good swing the other way. And Glavine pitching these left-handed hitters out in that area quite a bit tonight. 2-1. Bobby Abreu got a pitch away and smoked a 2-run double. Topped up the middle. Here comes Wigginton. On the run, he pulls Piazza off the bag, and Chase Utley will stay right there. We'll see how they score. Probably an error in the second baseman.
Well, just like you said, Wills, he tries to pull this pitch. It's way out away from him. Wigginton has time. He just threw it wide. Off balance. Piazza can't come up with it. He might not have had real good grip of it. He might have had it in his whole palm instead of just in his 2 fingers.
Yeah, and they give the error, of course, to Wigginton. And Randy Wolf, a good bunter, probably up there to sacrifice. He has 3. And another good job by him. He's such an excellent bunter. Ooh, Piazza fires it high there to Wigginton. Sack 3-4. Good job by Randy Wolf. 1 away, and in scoring position is Chase Utley.
J-Roll has had a big game. Starts things off, leading off with a home run, a pitch down and away, way down below the knees, and then a line shot bullet by Zeile down the third baseline for stand-up double.
Jimmy's 6th career leadoff home run. 2nd for a Philly this year. The other one by Marlon Byrd off Steve Sparks of Arizona out at Bank One Ballpark. Jimmy has scored 2 runs. And Glavine starts him with a fastball away and misses. 1-0. Doug Glanville on deck. Randy Wolf getting that sack down, his 4th of the year. Up and in, 2-0. Larry Bow was going to put Jimmy Rollins up in that leadoff spot a couple games ago, Andy, but of course he beat that ball off his ankle and had to sit out for 2. And now
Marlon was going to be down in the 8th spot, right?
Right, and now he's come back and led off in 2 games and done a really good job. And here's another good sign, 3-0. Ooh. That was one of those little expanded strikes, 3-1.
That just shouldn't happen.
No, that's way outside. I mean, that's a joke. And here's a guy, Jimmy Rollins, trying to get better at taking pitches, walking. And now he has a tendency to get antsy when it gets 3-1. Not on that pitch. Good job by Jimmy on 3 straight times tonight. That's the way to get that on-base percentage up.
That was the 8th 3-ball count tonight for Glavine.
Well, Tom Glavine's 5-1 with a 2.04 earned run average on the road, so he has obviously pitched very, very well away from Shea this year. And tonight, probably does not have the command that he's had lately. He walked 2, struck out 1 in 7 innings in Florida the other night, gave up 5 hits.
He's had 1 game this year where he walked 3.
Well, now time's called as Phillips goes out in front of home plate to give some signs there to the middle infielders. Doug tonight is flied out, walked and scored on Bobby Abreu's 2-run double in the 3rd. Phillies looking for more here in the 5th inning. Strike 1. That was 4 out of 10 against the Mets, getting a chance to play against them a little bit this year. And maybe Glavine didn't like that pitch they were going to throw or the location. We'll go through the signs again. Chase Utley, the runner at second base, on the error by Wigginton. And Jimmy Rollins at first on a base on balls. One and 1. Glavine to Glanville. Always an interesting matchup in this booth. 1 and 1. Let's see, he wanted that one because he gave him the other one.
And Tom just missed on that pitch to Doug.
Right, that's a good way to do it. See Art Howe mumbling a little bit, but he did call a strike on this to Rollins. Now he calls it a ball.
That ball's down and off the plate. He called that pitch on Burl, though. First pitch.
Hit to right field, but right at Spencer. Look out. Chase Utley wandered a little bit, but he gets back in time. So that's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Bobby Abreu, grounded at second, double to left center, knocked into.
This was a hit. Bobby Abreu, 3-2 count. Goes the other way. Splits the outfielders, and 2 come around to score.
Jimmy Rollins and Doug scored there. Fastball right down the middle. Strike 1.
Trying to come inside to Bobby on that pitch and didn't get it in there.
Whereas Tom Glavine a few winters ago looked like he was signed, sealed, and delivered to be pitching right here for the Phillies. Then at the last minute signed that long-term deal with the New York Mets. Struggled quite a bit last year. Went 0-4 against the Braves. Kevin Millwood can identify with that, his ex-team. But has straightened it out this year and is pitching very well. And he hooks that one to second. Wigginton. Got him. That'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, an error. Phillies leave 2. Through 5, 3-0 Phils.
Our Independence Blue Cross deserving Philly is Tomas Perez. The Phillies' fun-loving super sub was sensational Friday against the Braves. Trailing by a run in the 8th, he tied the game. His dramatic RBI double was the end result of a terrific at-bat. Then he sent his team home happy in the most exciting of ways. Right out of here! Game-winning home run, Tomas Perez! After his hero's welcome, he was given a fitting salute that he helped make famous. This pie in the sky is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. You deserve it.
Good pitching here tonight. Tom Glavine for the Mets. Randy Wolf, a one-hit shutout as we go to the 6th inning, and Mike Cameron will lead it off. Glavine is in the on-deck circle, and Cameron takes low ball 1. He had a hard ground ball to David Bell his first time up. We have a delivery from Bull's Barbecue.
I'll be back with you in about 20 minutes.
Fouled away, and it's being delivered by Jean Luzinski, Greg's wife. Debbie Nacito, thank you. We will attack that in a little while. It sure smells good in here. There is a look at Bull's Barbecue in the ballpark, but we have it right up here in the booth tonight, Andy. Thank you, Gene.
I need one of his aprons. It's not Father's Day yet, so I can't get it.
That's coming up. That's right, in that Detroit Tigers game. And the food's back here, right back there.
Bring it on.
Christine has it in the back.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Huh? Is that nice? Ooh, distracting. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Mike Cameron. Andy will work on some ribs here. Pulled pork sandwich.
Use a napkin.
Harry Anderson will be back in several innings. He'll join Harry in the 7th. And that pitch is low, gets through Mike Lieberthal. So all of a sudden, a few full counts here for Wolf. He had 2 last inning, got outs. He doesn't want to do too much of this, because sooner or later that will catch up to you. (3-2) to Cameron. Got him with a changeup. Looked like another one of those maybe a little bit up changeups, and he swings through it.
I don't remember his changeup cutting it like he's throwing a lot of them that look like real slow sliders. See how it's cutting into the right-hander? He's thrown a number of those tonight, and I don't know.
They aren't breaking balls, are they?
I don't think so, unless he's just really choking a slider. But you would think it would break more than it is if he's doing that.
Yeah, and Glavine bats. Now Mike Ondo down there behind home plate is really good at picking up spin or non-spin, and obviously a changeup has a different spin than a fastball. Well, if Glavine makes an official at bat here, Andy, this will be his 1100th at bat. That's something for longevity.
Wow.
1100 at bats. Pitched a lot and stayed in games a long time to be up that many times. 2-1. He's at 1.099 right now after a fly ball to left his first time up. And another 3-ball count. So Wolf, who was really, really sharp, Matsui on deck, all of a sudden starting to run some deep counts. And he just takes a deep breath. 3-2. Glavine has 204 lifetime hits. Grounded to short, and Randy comes back to get another guy. Jimmy Rollins throws out Glavine. 2 outs. And don't forget, Citizens Bank Park will be the site of another Citizens Bank Business Person Special. That will be number 4 of the year on Thursday the 17th, 1:05 against the Detroit Tigers. Great way to spend a June afternoon right here in this beautiful facility. And there's a Modell Sporting Goods Senior Stroll the Bases following the game. Just call 215-463-1000. You can order anytime online at Phillies.com. Matsui, the batter, takes a strike. He has grounded to second baseman Chase Utley and hit a humpback liner to short. 2 outs, nobody on base in the 6th inning. 3-0 Phillies trying to avoid a sweep here at home by New York. Right now they are even in the loss column with the Florida Marlins, who lost today and were swept by the Cincinnati Reds at Pro Player Stadium. The Marlins probably are in New York right now, awaiting the start of their 4-game series tomorrow night. Matsui, a little looper to second, and Chase Utley puts it away, and Randy Wolf has 5 1-2-3 innings tonight. And he and the Phils lead it 3-0.
Thank you very much for doing that.
I don't mind doing it, but you got me right in the middle of my ribs.
Well, I had to make a run, and you did a great job. Thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt your meal.
All right.
Jim Thome is grounded out and flied out.
Got a toothpick?
Unbelievable shift they put on this guy. I mean, Wigginton has a third baseman's arm, so he is playing. Look how deep the second baseman is.
I wonder if we could do a connect the dots with the umpire and see if it spelled anything or made an animal or something.
Look at that. Jim takes it low and outside. 3-0.
Let's see. Okay, from the pitcher.
Andy is working on his telestrator right now, but so far it has malfunctioned. So you fans are going to have to wait for another magic moment of connecting the dots. 3-2. Jim suffering through a little scuffle right now. 2-4 for 21 at this point. And he stays alive with a foul at the plate. 3-2. Thome leading off the inning. Pat Burrell to follow, and then David Bell.
Eyeball in my ribs.
Looking at that plate of yours, looks like an archaeological find right now. And another foul ball. That one off the catcher. Bones all over the place. Hey, if you come out here to the ballpark and haven't tried Bill's barbecue, give it a shot next time.
It is fabulous.
There's that ball right in and out of the glove of Phillips. And Thome gets another shot at Glavine. And he walks him. Well, Jim Thome a leadoff walk. Walk number 3 issued tonight by Glavine.
Minor league players of the week, pitcher of the week, Clemente Doval from Lakewood, 1 start, 6 innings, 2 hit ball, 7 strikeouts, and Chris Roberson, outfielder at Clearwater in 6 games, 333 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Roberson also a player of the month. 360 average with 6 bombs and 21 stakes, and Roberto Hernandez from Reading, outstanding in 10 games, 4 saves and an 0.63 ERA.
I think they just promoted him to
Hernandez to Scranton.
Right, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre.
So congratulations to all you guys.
Following up on Chris Roberson, Andy, he has a hitting streak right now of 20 straight games.
Wow.
Pat Burrell takes a strike.
This 50-50, Glavine at 50 pitches with 25 and 25.
Jammer Glavine, who's a great fielder. Look at that play that he just made. Wow, what a terrific play by Glavine to get the force out on Thome at second.
And you know what that is as much as anything is knowing what's going on, knowing who's at the plate, knowing who's running, who's on the bases. He gets jammed, bare hands, and he knows Thome's running. He knows he's got a chance. It's a terrific play.
Sure is. Keeps a double play in order. 1-6 on the fielder's choice, and David Bell, the batter, 0 for 2. And Glavine living up to those numbers you gave earlier. He doesn't give up anything after the 3rd inning. Is a foul ball, according to Gary Cederstrom. A little spinner down the first baseline. Piazza couldn't get to it.
I know his glove ended up in foul territory, but I like to. But that ball might have hit in fair territory. No, that's a good call.
Good call. See where it hits in the dirt, and then it does not go off over any part of the bag. Cederstrom called that balk last night that helped the Phillies get their only run of the game. Bell, broken bat to center field. Here comes Cameron, and he runs it down, fires back to first, and Burrell just gets back. What a good play by Mike Cameron, 2 away.
Tough situation there for a base runner. You're not sure if he's going to get to it or not. Cameron took a little bit of a back route to it and then hesitates. If he throws it right from the get-go, got a chance of getting it. See Burrell putting on the brakes and getting back.
That guy's a pretty good center fielder right there, Mike Cameron. He's really helped the Mets defense. Mike Lieberthal 0 for 2. Broken bat in half. Said that a few times this year. And a looping liner right there to Wigginton. That'll end the inning. No runs, hits, errors. 1 left. Harry back in the 7th to join Andy with his ribs. It's 3-0 Phils.
Game summary after 6 innings. Phillies up 3-0. Jimmy Rollins started the game off with a home run, his second. He also has doubled and walked, been on base all 3 times. Bobby Abreu with a big 2-run double. And Randy Wolf has retired 12 straight. He's just been good from the get-go. First inning, strikes out Zelie. He's got a great off-speed stuff. David Bell has made some terrific plays down at third base. And Randy Wolf has had an excellent changeup. As I said, a lot of off-speed stuff. Spencer and Cameron both struck out, as did Zelie for his 3 strikeouts. And Randy Wolf has been terrific.
And here is Todd Zelie to lead it off. He looks at a strike, 0-1. Zelie struck out and grounded out. Two quick strikes to Todd Zelie. Bouncing ball to Jimmy Rollins. J.O. throws out Zelie. 1 down here in the 7th. Here are tonight's Citizen 7. These lucky fans each receive a convenient prize pack courtesy of Citizen Bank. You too can win a Citizen 7 prize pack or the convenience grand prize by entering online at citizen7.com. Citizens Bank with the most 7-day branches in Philadelphia. Here's Cliff Floyd. He is grounded out, flied out to deep center. Good ball, foul back and out of play, 1 strike. Phil's Hall of Fame pitcher Robin Roberts in attendance tonight with his wife Mary. Robin, his Hall of Fame career, won 286 ball games. 6 straight years, L.A. He pitched 300 or more innings for 6 straight years.
That's unheard of today.
Really. Back up the middle. Jimmy Rollins has it. Sharply hit, but Floyd's retired. That's 14 in a row retired by Randy Wolf.
Now, this might sound kind of crazy, but Randy Wolf jumped over that ball where he might be able to stick his foot out or knock it down with his glove, but knowing Jimmy Rollins is up the middle, and that's one of the keys he's pitched so well. 15 out of 21 first pitch strikes. Watch Wolfie jump out of the way of this. Maybe a little self-defense, but also Jimmy Rollins right up the middle, and they get Floyd easily.
Here's Mike Piazza. He is lined out to third on a fine play by David Bell and grounded out to Bell. 1 strike to Piazza. Get on the ground past Bell and Rollins. That'll be the 2nd hit for the New York Mets, and that'll break the string of 14 in a row retired by Randy Wolf.
You can't fault David Bell for the work he's done down there, but this might be one of the easier plays of some of them he's made today. The ball didn't come up on it. I guess it was by him. I thought the ball was closer to him from this view.
That's only the second hit surrendered by Wolf, and it will bring on Shane Spencer. He's flied to center and struck out. Changeup comes in low, 1-0. Phil's on top, 3-0 here in the 7th inning. Good ball bouncing it up there. Good catch by Lieberthal. 2 balls and no strikes.
Third time around for these hitters off of Randy Wolf tonight. I got to believe that they're not afraid to sit on something off speed if they're ahead in the count. When a lot of off speed stuff has been a success, I think now's the time when Randy Wolf can start using his fastball more because they're so aware of his off speed stuff.
He's upstairs with it, 3-0. So he's in danger of walking his first batter. 3 balls and no strikes to Shane Spencer. Jason Phillips on deck. Called strike, 3 balls and a strike. Fastball for a strike, full count. Three and 2 to Spencer. Yachts will be taking off on the pitch with 2 outs.
Jim Thome moves back behind him.
Fouled it off, and they'll try it again. Still 3 and 2 to Shane Spencer.
You could see that fastball, even at 3 and 2, really almost by Spencer before he made contact.
A 3-2 changeup and missed with it. So that is the first walk surrendered by Randy Wolf. Joe Carey going to come out and talk it over with Wolf with 2 outs, 2 men on base. Jason Phillips will be the batter.
And after he fouled off that fastball over the first base dugout, Randy Wolf comes back with the changeup.
For the most part, tonight he's had real good command of that changeup. He's been throwing it for strikes, but not that time as he issues his first walk. 88 pitches. Not a whole lot. Glavine's already over 100. Phillips has grounded out and lined out to center field. Curveball grounded sharply foul. 1 strike to Jason Phillips. The only time the Mets have had 2 runners on base in an inning all night. Curveball here in the right center field. Bobby Abreu puts it away. Well, the Mets are down to the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They lead 2. Stretch time, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Phil's on top by a score of 3-0. I said he wasn't a Washington Husky. He was a UClan from UCLA in the park tonight. Eric Valent hit 69 home runs for those UCLA Bruins. First Phillies fan with a correct response was Jim Purcell of Lancaster. Congratulations, Jim. You're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. Chase Utley leads it off. He has grounded out and been safe on an error. Phil's on top 3-0, bottom of the 7th. Trying to bunt his way on. Glavine can really field his position. Tom Glavine got on that in a hurry. Wasn't a bad bunt by Utley. It was a good idea, but Tom Glavine made a very fine play.
If he can get this ball by Glavine, it's a base hit. But a quick reaction by Glavine, and it is not a base hit.
Good grab of a low throw by Mike Piazza. One down. It'll bring on Randy Wolf, who was grounded out and sacrificed. Wolf, in his shutout this year against Montreal, also homered in his own cause. $37,625 to paid attendance here tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy Wolf. Jimmy Rollins waiting on deck. He's been the offensive star for the Phils. Missing wide, 2 balls and a strike.
And Randy Wolf doing a good job besting Tom Glavine. Glavine 3 walks, 3 hits, 3 runs. Randy Wolf just 2 hits and 1 walk.
Hard ground ball, but it's right at Matsui. Who throws Wolf out? That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll has homered, doubled, and walked. Phillies fans, visit Phillies.com, the #1 site for live game pitch-by-pitch coverage, MLB.tv and MLB.com game day audio. Phillies.com, where baseball is always on. Rollins has homered, doubled, and walked. Scored 2 of the Phillies' 3 runs. 1 ball and no strikes to J-Roll. This will be Glavine's last inning, probably. He is scheduled to hit 3rd in the 8th inning. One ball and 1 strike to Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins goes after a changeup down in the dirt. He's been very good at being selective tonight, not going after pitches out of the zone.
That was a low changeup that he hit for the home run. Pitch wide, 2 balls and a strike to Jimmy Rollins. Just missed. 3-1. Doug Glanville waiting on deck.
Glavine has walked 3 only 1 time this year. He's walked 3 tonight. If he doesn't come back and get Jimmy Rollins, it will be his season high 4th walk.
And the 3-1 changeup had J-Roll well out in front.
Probably a ball. Just off the plate.
Full count to Jimmy Rollins. Nice ball high, he walked it. So Jimmy Rollins has been on base all 4 times. He's a 2-out base runner. And we'll bring up Doug Glanville. Glanville has fouled out to right, walked and scored a run, and lined out to right.
Glavine up to 116 pitches, only 2 more strikes than balls. It is a season high for him. Art Howe talking with Rick Peterson now. He's going to go to the phone, and Mets will get some action.
And we'll pinch hit for Glavine. He's got J-Roll picked off, and Jimmy Rollins is out, so Glavine doesn't have to throw another pitch. Rollins out attempting to steal as he is picked off by Tom Glavine, and that'll be it for the Phils. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We move to the 8th. 3-0 Phillies. Ty Wigginton leads off for the Mets. 8th inning. He has one of the 2 hits surrendered by Wolf. He doubled his first time up, flied out to deep right. Phil's on top 3-0. Wolf working on a 2-hitter here in the 8th inning. Both bullpens are up now as Wigginton pops a foul out of play. You know, Glavine will be out of there, but they'll watch Wolf very carefully here in the late innings. Ryan Madsen is throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Johnny Franco is up in the New York Mets bullpen. Good ball missing, 1 ball and 1 strike. One to Ty Wigginton. He'll be followed by Mike Cameron, then a pinch hitter for Tom Glavine. Mile high pop up. Jimmy Rollins drifts out into the outfield grass and puts it away. 1 down here in the 8th inning. It'll bring on Mike Cameron.
Tom Glavine coming out. Didn't get much help. 116 pitches, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in the 7 innings, but a season-high 4 walks. And Jimmy Rollins and Bobby Abreu kind of did him in. But a 2-out walk to Glanville and followed by Bobby Abreu's 2-run single. Actually make that 2-run double to left center.
1 ball and 1 strike to Mike Cameron. Lance Wilson has moved into the on-deck circle. The bat for Glavine. Change-up missed, 2-1. Jared Howe hopes lightning strikes twice. He got a pinch hit home run in last night's game. That's his 2nd homer of the year. Changeup had him way out in front. And a very, very effective pitch for Randy Wolf tonight. That good change. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Him up. Randy Wolf calls, but he called all the way, so the infielder said, "Go ahead, Wolfie," and he puts it away. And here is Vance Wilson to bat for Tom Glavine.
You can see him once that ball goes up. He knows it's right above him, and he calls it. He's there. He says, "I think I can handle it," and he does. Cameron on the changeup. Not happy again. Throws his bat down. And a struggle for him offensively this year.
Vance Wilson hitting at .227. 2 homers, one of them coming in last night's game. 6 RBIs.
And John Franco looks like he will be the new Mets pitcher.
Having him to Vance Wilson.
100 on the butt now for Randy Wolf. Excellent ratio.
Yes. Pitch to Jim here tonight. Get the feeling that the bullpen might be able to take the night off tonight the way Wolf is throwing. 1-2. Line drive, that's going to drop for a hit. So Wilson singles. The 3rd hit surrendered by Randy Wolf. Now bring on the top of the order, Kaz Matsui. Matsui 0 for 3.
Fastball. Surprising he's throwing fastballs to a pinch hitter, and you would think, you know, if guys coming off the bench, they're geared up for the fastball. Randy Wolf, as good as his off-speed stuff has been, surprised he didn't use more off-speed stuff to a guy coming off the bench.
Matsui takes one down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. hard ground hit down the left field line. Wilson heading for third. Matsui rolls into second with a double. So the Mets will bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Todd Zelie, a double for Matsui. And Zelie will step in. And the ball's coming out. I guess he is going to take Wolf out. Wolf does have a shutout going. Madsen has been throwing.
I'm not sure he's going to take him out.
Andy Wolf, I think he's going to talk it over with Wolf and let Wolf make the decision. Just checking to see how Randy is. He is going to take him out. What a good job by Randy Wolf. He gets a standing ovation here at Citizen Bank Ballpark.
I think Larry Boas said, you got to be honest with him. Put his hands on his shoulders and said, be honest with me. Are you a little tired? I would believe that's what he said. And Randy Wolf, like he says, might be done.
And Ryan Madsen now will try to get a final out here in the 8th inning. Madsen, the rookie, appearing in his 21st game, 3-1 with 1 save and an 0.84 ERA. Just 24 hits in 32 and a third innings. 6 runs, 3 of them earned. He has struck out 24 while walking 7.
That strikeout walk ratio outstanding. Phil's relief pitchers. Third now. They were up the top, first or second for a while. It's gone up a little bit. Todd Zelie last night did the Phillies in. He ties the game up with a home run on a 3-1 fastball by Cormier. And then in the 10th, knocks in the go-ahead run.
1 ball and no strikes to Todd Zelie. Wilson at third, Matsui good speed at second. 2-0. Cliff Floyd waiting on deck. Andy Wolf, interested spectator. Three balls and no strikes. Some face seal on Monday struck him out. He's fallen behind him here, 3-0. Get that one over, 3 balls and a strike.
Last night, Zelie in this situation, 3-1 pitch from Cormier. He hit it out.
Gave him a 3-1 changeup. Oh, that's such a devastating pitch. I mean, Zeal's swinging fastball. Look at this. Look at the arm action on that.
Especially, I mean, you figure that changeup's up a little bit, and he still swings through it.
It is a full count to Todd Zelie. High foul ball. Destined for the stands. Still 3-2 to Todd Zelie.
After that 3-1 changeup, I know hitters don't sit on off-speed stuff, or shouldn't be, I guess, with 2 strikes. But I think Todd Zelie had in the back of his mind, I might get a changeup here. He got out just in front of it a little bit.
So we'll see what pitch Madsen decides on and try to put Zelie away here in the 8th inning. Fans are on their feet. 37,000 plus. Fly ball left field, well hit. Burrell is back. Goodbye. Game tying 3-run home run. Wow. Todd Zelie, who's been a thorn in the Phillies side in this series, has just tied the game with a 2-out, 3-run homer here in the 8th inning. And Ryan Madson, who has been brilliant all year, is roughed up here.
He went with the curveball, and it was up, and inner half is just almost in the same spot the changeup was the pitch before. Zelie waited a little longer. I think he was just sitting off speed.
So now, despite the brilliant outing by Randy Wolf, he is deprived of his 3rd win. And Tom Glavine is off the hook as we are tied 3-3 here in the 8th. 1 strike to Cliff Floyd. Two strikes to Cliff Floyd. That's smoke to deep center field. Glanville is going to make the catch in front of the warning track. That'll retire the side, but not before the Mets tie it on Todd Zelie's 3-run homer. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors and none left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. New ball game. Phil's 3 and the New York Mets 3. Martinez going. And Toronto will be at Seattle as John Franco takes over for the Mets in a 3-3 game. Doug Glanville, the first one to face him. Franco's 23rd game. 0-3 with a 4.95 ERA, 20 innings, 18 hits, 11 runs. He has struck out 15, walked quite a few, walked 11. 1 ball and 1 strike to Glanville, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run score. Two balls and a strike. So the game is in the hands of the bullpens. Roberto Hernandez gets up in the Phillies bullpen. Glanville fouls it out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glanville to be followed by Bobby Abreu and then Jim Thome. David Weathers pitched 2 innings last night. Back up there in the bullpen for the New York Mets. Goes in there because Abreu and Thome are scheduled to bat. Cued down the first base side to Piazza. Michael makes the play himself, 1 down. And he'll bring on Bobby Abreu, who is 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. Abreu has good career numbers against this left-hander. He was 6 for 12 off John Franco, including a home run.
It can't be here, can it?
Yes, it is, L.A. Gotta be kidding me. Here you were figuring on a nice, comfortable arrival in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. Nice, comfortable, quick game. However, you never know. Got 6 strikes to Abreu.
I guess when it rains, it pours, huh?
That wind has really kicked up, too. The wind is blowing out to right field big time. These flags were not doing anything at the start of the game. On and 2 the count to Abreu. balls and 2 strikes. Game is in the hands of the umpiring crew. The crew chief is third base umpire Tim Welke. And the rains are coming down. High ball left field. Cliff Floyd puts this one away. It's 2 down, and going to bring on Jim Thome. Jim will be thinking one thing here, and that's long ball. He is grounded out, fly to deep left, and walk. Thome lifetime against Franco is 2 for 5, both of them doubles. The shift on for Thome. A ball and no strikes to Phillip, to Thome. Phillips has had a tough night back there, the catcher for the Mets.
I would think in this situation, pitcher with Thome up, Burrell on deck, well, I wouldn't think Frank would give anything either of those guys could hit out or try not to. Obviously not. Came inside.
Beats a foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind is kicking up big time now, as you can see. The Thome target being blown. Wrappers are being blown around the outfield. And it's coming down steadily here. Might be a little later arrival in Atlanta than you anticipated, L.A. Well, right at Wigginton, he was playing in shallow right. And that'll be it for the Phils here in the 8th. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th. It is the Phils 3 and the Mets 3. San Francisco at Arizona, Milwaukee at Los Angeles later, as Roberto Hernandez is the new pitcher for the Phils. Hernandez appearing in his 19th game, 1-1 with a 5.09 ERA. 17 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 10 earned runs. He was struck out 15 while walking 9.
Wrappers all over the infield. Bad Boy just went out and picked out a bunch of them out in the outfield.
Yeah. Wind is kicked up. It is raining, not hard enough to halt proceedings. And Mike Piazza greets Hernandez with a base hit back up the middle. Second hit for Mike.
Earlier today, Billy Wagner out working on his rehabbing, doing some stretching, doing some agility drills, fielding, and also threw off the mound. It's a good sign, providing he didn't feel anything.
Wagner is getting there, and here is Shane Spencer. Spencer is fly to center, struck out and walked. We'll see if he's bunting here. Shows bunt and does bunt. Bunts it hard. Thome, though, will take the sure out. Sacrifice is good by Spencer. Goes Thome on assist and moves Piazza to second base. Joe McEwing, rather, at second base, the pinch runner for Mike Piazza. So Piazza's out of the game after going 2 for 4. Joe McEwing is at second base, and the batter Jason Phillips, who is grounded out line to center and line to right. Ground ball foul. 1 strike to Jason Phillips here in the 9th inning of a 3-3 game. Braden Looper joins David Weathers in the Mets bullpen.
If the Mets don't go ahead, it'll probably be Weathers. If they do go ahead, it'll be Looper.
Looper is their closer. 1 ball and 1 strike. John McEwing, second base. He is a Bishop Egan product.
Phillies. Talk about struggling with runners in scoring position. 3 for 25. That's a little better, not much.
2 balls and a strike. Ryan Madsen, the only time really that he has not gotten the job done all year long. Came in with 2 men on base, 2 outs, and surrendered the game-tying home run to Zeile. Foul ball. The man has pitched great all year, but tonight it's really the first time that he did not get the job done. I guess you're allowed.
Yeah,
you know, really. He's down, but
Cy Young's not around anymore.
Right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Phillips. Well, it's a full count. Ty Wigginton waits on deck. Bouncing ball shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Throws out Phillips on the play. McEwing moves up to third. With 2 outs, it'll bring on Ty Wigginton. Wigginton has doubled, fly to deep right, and popped up. And he's going back, and I guess just to...
He's just getting a donut.
Yeah.
Throw it on his bat to swing a little bit. I think this might have something to do with the fact that Cameron's on deck. Cameron got Hernandez the other night. In the situation of going after Wigginton, or if you get behind, not giving him anything to hit, or that
Cameron did double off Hernandez the other night, so go right after Wigginton. Wigginton is 1 for 3. Lifetime he is 0 for 4 against Roberto Hernandez. Lofts a very high pop fly into shallow right, tight to the line. Bobby Abreu catches it in foul ground, and that is all for the Mets here in the ninth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. We're tied. Phil's 3 and the New York Mets 3. All right, now making changes. Joe McEwing, who came in a pinch run for Mike Piazza, stays in the game to play second. Todd Zeile moves to first base. Ty Wigginton moves from second to third base. And the new pitcher will be David Weathers. Weathers will bat in the spot vacated by Ty. Let's see, where will he bat?
Yeah, Weathers will be in a nice spot. He just pitched in 1 inning.
It's his 26th game. He's 1-4, lost 1, a 4.81 ERA, 24 and a third innings, 31 hits, 13 earned runs. He has struck out 19 while walking 11. Pat Burrell takes one over for a called strike. Burrell is struck out, fly to deep center, grounded into a fielder's choice. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 3. Playing in a steady rain here at Citizens Bank Park. Foul the back, nothing in 2.
2 out of his 3 hits off David Weathers, though. Home run.
But he is in the hole here. Nothing in 2. Three-3 game, bottom half of the 9th inning. Phillies need somebody to step up and be a hero. Mets trying to sweep this 3-game series. The last time New York swept the Phillies was back in the 3-game series back in May of '98. Tap softly to second base. Joe McEwen throws Burl out, 1 down. It'll bring on David Bell. Bell is grounded out, struck out, flied out to center.
David Bell without good numbers against David Weathers either.
1 ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes.
That's a pitch he hasn't called. He wouldn't call it early until Rick Peterson, Art Howe, and Glavine started yelling at him, and now he's calling these pitches down below the knees. That's not a strike. Ever since they got on him, his strike zone has changed. I think that's what David Bell had to say to Jim Reynolds when he called him out back in the 4th inning. It was after that 3rd inning when Glavine started hooting on him, and Rick Peterson, the pitching coach, did. And he started calling pitches below the knees.
2-1 to David Bell. Call that when it was low. It's 3-1. Mike Lieberthal waiting on deck. Thought it was ball 4. That's another one of those low pitches called a strike by Jim Reynolds.
That's terrible. That really is. Jim Reynolds was very consistent in the 1st inning, first 3 innings. That's not even close.
No. So now
it's like he wants to call strikes to hurry up the game. Well, you're not going to hurry up the game. No way.
Oh, man. I mean, that was ball 4 and ball 5, and David Bell, I mean, I can understand Bell being upset. He's mild-mannered, but he just took the bat right out of his hands.
He called him out twice now on pitches that were not strikes. They're terrible, terrible calls. This is ridiculous. I mean, that's absurd.
Yep, Mel should have been on. Last 2 pitches were balls, but called strikes by Reynolds, and here is Mike Lieberthal. 1 ball and no strikes to Lieberthal, who was lined out to first, flied out to right, and popped up. It's a pop foul, might be playable. Reaching in and making the play is Todd Zelie, so we are going extra innings. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We move to the 10th. It's the Phils 3 and the Mets 3. Well, we move to the 10th inning of a 3-3 game. In extra inning games, the Phils have won 2 and lost 3. And the Mets have had a lot of success in extra inning games, including the one, of course, on Memorial Day on Monday. They are 5-1. Roberto Hernandez back out there for his 2nd inning. And Mike Cameron will lead it off. Andy Wolf was breezing along so nicely with a shutout into the 8th inning. talking over on radio about how Wolf going to save the bullpen for the upcoming series with Atlanta. Here we are.
Kind of hoping the bullpen would save Wolf.
Mike Cameron 0 for 3 tonight. Moving into the on-deck circle is Kareem Garcia. To bat for Weathers. And on the top of the order, Kaz Matsui.
Dan Wheeler up in the bullpen and Kareem Garcia on deck for the Mets. Mets winners last night in extra innings.
Two strikes to Cameron. Fouls it out of play.
Staying away from Cameron.
Playing in a light but steady rain here at Citizen Bank Park. Another foul. Cameron stays alive at 0-2. And then his last fastball got up there at 97.
And there's the light but steady rain.
It's a lot heavier on the tube, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are in the 10th inning. Now with the fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count to Mike Cameron.
A few umbrellas have popped up in the stands. Some people are just braving it.
Ground ball shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Goes Cameron out. 1 down here in the 10th inning. We'll bring on Kareem Garcia to bat for David Weathers. So Kareem Garcia, who is hitting at .223, 2 for 5 as a pinch hitter.
And Dan Wheeler up throwing for the Mets.
It'll be Wheeler if the game is still tied. If they go in front, it would probably be Looper. Check to swing. 1 ball and no strikes to Kareem Garcia.
There's Looper. Let's stand in the background and Looper on or Wheeler on the left. Garcia did check.
Towering foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. On a 1 the count to Garcia. Kaz Matsui will be next. Ash Hancock will pitch tomorrow in Atlanta for the Phillies, just up from Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He'll be opposed by John Thompson. Hancock has been flown ahead. He's already in Atlanta. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Garcia. Another one off. Still 2-2.
He's making him work.
Two balls and 2 strikes.
They got the right idea.
Driven to deep center field. This ball is off the fence. Garcia is going to get 2 on it. Some 398 feet from home plate. A pinch double for Karim Garcia.
He kept going after him with the fastball. This one he got up a little bit. Garcia had found a few of them off. This one he doesn't. He hits it off the center field wall. By the way, Glanville slowed up on it. I don't mean he was going to catch it. I just thought the way he slowed up, I thought Glanville was thinking it was going out, and Hernandez was saying, no, 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 keep that ball in here.
And Garcia really probably LA should have had a triple. He kind of watched that ball out of the batter's box. Had he been running out of the batter's box, he would have been at third base. Instead, he's at second. Here's Matsui, who fouls one out of play. Matsui is 1 for 3.
This is Garcia, and watch him just kind of looking at it. He's not going real hard. Why not go hard? You can slow down later.
He's starting to put it on, but a little late. 1 ball and 1 strike to Matsui.
That's something. I'm glad he did it, but there's no excuse for it. No excuse in the world for that.
Remember, you hit balls off center field. I mean, you
I ran
always
hard.
ran from the get-go
Yes,
right
I
out of
did.
the batter's box.
I'd have been around first on that ball.
Ground ball in the hole, cut off nicely by Bell, who has really played a good third base now. Bell has made some really fine plays. That's out number 2.
A lot of range for David Bell. Goes over, slides, a little pop-up slide. Comes up and makes the throw right on the money. That ball had a chance to pop out the end of his glove, but he hangs on to it.
I'll bring up a former Phil who has been a thorn in the Phillies' side in this series, Todd Zelie. Zelie a tying home run last night in the 8th inning. Zelie a tying home run tonight in the 8th inning.
And he hit the go-ahead base hit, an RBI in the 10th inning last night. There it is, a hanging curveball, 3-2. He had just fouled off, got out in front of a changeup almost in the same spot. And Madsen just made a poor pitch with that hanging curveball. Tough to get on a guy when his pitch as good as Ryan Madsen has. It just, those things are going to happen.
Right down the middle for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Todd Zelie. Here's this pitch.
I guess he's calling it high. It's not outside.
1-1 the count to Zelie. 2 balls and a strike.
Flip Floyd on deck.
Two balls and a strike to Todd Zelie. Driven to deep right center field. This ball's out of here. Can you believe it? What a series for Todd Zelie. Todd Zelie A veteran former Phil has not only tied the game in the 8th, he has put the Mets in front here in the 10th with his second homer of the game. And it is 5-3 New York.
Fastball's up a little bit. And that's where he hits the ball. A lot of balls to right center, and he hits enough of this to get it out.
Here's Cliff Floyd. Floyd's 0 for 4. So Todd Zeile has certainly done in the Phils in this series. Ground ball sharply hit, backhanded Utley, and the inning is over, but Todd Zeile puts the Mets in front. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and no left. We go to the bottom half of the 10th inning. Mets on top by a score of 5-3. Changes for the Mets. Kareem Garcia stays in the game. He'll play right field. Shane Spencer moves from right to left, and the new pitcher is going to be Braden Looper, trying to save this one for David Weathers. Looper appearing in his 25th game, 0-1, 9 saves and 10 opportunities, a fine ERA of 1.29, 24 hits in 28 innings. He has struck out 20 while walking 5. He will face Chase Utley. Tomas Perez is a pinch hitter, and Jimmy Rollins.
Todd Zeile, who has had one heck of a series. 2 outstanding games last night and tonight.
38-year-old has been a thorn in the Phillies' side as the Mets try to sweep this series. Chase Utley is 0 for 3 tonight. He's down 2 here in the 10th inning. 1 strike to Utley.
The Mets have 5 runs. Zeile only has 5 of them.
Yeah, really. Right back at Looper. He underhands the Zeile. That's 1 down. We'll bring on Tomas Perez. He'll pinch hit for Roberto Hernandez. Tomas hitting at .258. 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter. And .306 left-handed. 1 strike to Tomas Perez.
Well, Phillies, you'll need to head down to Atlanta and regroup.
Yeah. This one really felt like it was in the bag. McEwen can't handle it. Tomas safe at first base. I think Looper might have tipped that ball. We'll have to wait and see how they score, but it was a tough play for Joe McEwen.
Now, he might have. McEwen kind of got it in between hops that came up on him. Tomas Perez going hard. McEwen just never does get the handle. The Phillies have a little life. Maybe they can do something here.
It should be a hit. There's a hit for Tomas Perez. And here's Jimmy Rollins, who's been on base all 4 times that he has been up. He has homered, doubled, and walked twice. He has scored 2 runs. Ricky Leday has moved into the on-deck circle. Base hit Jimmy Rollins. He's been on base all 5 times, and the Phillies have 2 men on base with 1 out here in the 10th inning. Ricky Leday will come to the plate.
Nobody up in the bullpen. You see Rollins picks up a base hit, his 5th time he's been on tonight. 2 walks, 3 base hits, including a home run and a double.
Ricky Leday has been a pinch hitter supreme. Overall, Leday is hitting at .326 as a pinch hitter, 8 for 23 with 2 pinch hit home runs, 8 RBIs.
Also a dead fastball hitter, and Looper, that's his bread and butter. Power against power.
So the Phils trying to come back here. One strike to Ricky Leday. Tomas Perez at second. Jimmy Rollins at first. Good speed on the bases. Phil's down by 2. There's an off-speed pitch. Might have been his breaking ball. Nothing in 2 to count. Split finger pitch for Looper. Had Leday chasing. 0-2 the count to Ricky Leday. Another splitter. He chased it and he struck him out. So Leday is out on strikes. 2 down. It's up to Bobby Abreu. Abreu is 1 for 4 with a 2-run double.
Good splitters by Looper. Ball's bottom out. Something he didn't have that good a command of with Florida. In a big pitch form since he's come to the Mets.
Abreu is 6 for 12 lifetime against Looper. 3 of them have been home runs. Right off the splitter, 1 ball and no strikes. Jim Thome waits on deck here in the 10th inning. Phil's down by 2. This ball foul back. 1-1.
Flags are silent tonight. Right now, anyway. They were blowing earlier. They are limp right now. Bobby Abreu, one thing he said, he likes this ballpark because he can go the other way with pitches away from him. He can go yard here.
1-1 the count to Abreu. Close. 2 balls and a strike. Nice ball.
Bottoms out again.
2-1 the count to Abreu. Three balls and a strike. Jim Thome waiting on deck. Nobody up in the Mets bullpen. It's in Looper's hands. Foul ball left field side. This will be back in the end of the seat, so it's a full count. Perez and Rollins will be taking off. Rollins at first represents the tying run. A big pitch here. Phil's down 5-3 in the 10th inning.
He had a pitch to hit, too. Outfielders are deeping up a little bit. You would think they would.
3-2 to Bobby Abreu. Inside ball for Iwakian. And will load the bases for Jim Thome.
Can he do it?
Nick Peterson, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk it over with Looper. Tommy lifetime has faced Looper just twice, one hit. It was a home run. Make that 2 for 3 with home. So they're loaded. Rollins at second represents the tying run. 2 outs, 10th inning.
It's only 2 for 12 for Jim Thome in this series.
Only 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Swing and a foul back, 1 strike to Thome. Started him with a splitter.
He might have been a little anxious, which will happen with men on base, especially men in scoring position. Bases loaded here. Thome with good numbers with the bases loaded.
1 strike to Jim Thome. This one back, 0-2, another splitter. So evidently Peterson told him, don't give him any fastballs, use your splitters, see if he'll chase.
And he's throwing them in pretty good spots. All his splitters have been below the knees. Fans still hopeful.
0-2 to Thome.
Base hit ties this game up.
A ground ball to the third baseman. Wigginton throws out Thome and game over. So the Phils leave the bases loaded here as the Phils are swept by the New York Mets for the first time, a 3-game sweep by the Mets since '98. Our Chevrolet player of the game, who else? Todd Zelie knocked in all 5 runs. Game-tying 3-run homer in the 8th, 2-run home run in the 10th inning. Our W.B. Mason delivery of the game, Todd Zelie.
Hanging curveball, 3-2 count. And he hits it out. And then against Roberto Hernandez, a 2-run home run to right center. All 5 RBIs. Todd Zelie was accountable for.
Mets winning 10 by a score of 5-3, and New York ups their extra inning log to now 6-1. Now let's go back to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for a look at what's coming up on.
In a world where victory belongs only to the strongest, the bravest,
what a play by Mike Lieberthal,
the fastest, comes a man who walks softly and carries a big stick. Coming soon to one theater in South Philadelphia, the Phils and Expos.
Hear the sounds of Philadelphia celebration June 30th or join us on July 1st for the Independence Blue Cross fireworks. Order tickets now.
The outfield wall is pretty soft, huh?
I guess.
Feel it next time. It's really soft.
I'll get right on it.
Hey man, I'm just trying to make conversation.
It's time to celebrate when the Phils host the Expos June 20th.